Hello, dear viewer. Have you been involved in an accident lately? Have you encountered a problem where you went into a match and found yourself unable to strike the opponent? It happens to more people than you may think. You may be the victim of a drive-by evade Ramza-ine, and you should call the number at the bottom of the screen now. Please note, this does not guarantee any financial compensation whatsoever, and it doesn't really actually exist. Hi everybody, it's Umber Rays doing a really off-the-cuff intro that I just kind of wanted to do, because how often do I get to do something like that? Not too terribly much, but here it does actually work. And today I want to highlight that this is not specific content that we are focusing from Peachin. This is from a member of my guild / Discord channel called Gibsaurus, who is just that life aficionado that I've talked about in previous videos, and I did want to bring it up and show some of the stuff that he is doing, because unlike a lot of other people who are doing the Agrius and the Orlando thing, that's me, by the way. I'm doing that as well. He has decided to go down the pure light path, much as you would expect, and, you know, given my home screen, perfect for this video. I want to show off the team that he has been running and having a really nice amount of success with this, which is Ramza, Fina, the newer Fina, as well as AC Cloud. You can take a look and get a just a feel for the equipment and everything that is in here, but the whole goal here is essentially to make a surprise evasion based team, which has been surprisingly working very well for him with Ramza. And I say surprisingly because honestly I did not think that this would be as successful, but again, he actually does swear by this, that this works really well. So you'll note that Niv's TMR is on Fina, and apparently that's really a nice bonus and benefit. Other than that, most of the equipment here is essentially really quite standard. There isn't anything to me that sticks out too terribly much. As a matter of fact, let's change up the song a bit for variety's sake. But yeah, I would say that in terms of general builds that we see in Wotv nowadays, with a lot of hollow vision cards, this is very user-friendly for mid-tier players and just long-term players. I mean, at this point, I think it's pretty easy to have essentially all of this, except maybe for one piece of equipment. But even then, in terms of like light limited stuff such as Balfour, not really required in this party at all. So yeah, let's just take a second, change up this image to our second picture, because I do think this is also important to show off the stats of this Ramza as well as the just general loadout. You might need to go into Wotv Calc and just compare some of the names. If you just put like a Japanese and an English one side by side, very easy to figure out. But taking a look here, about 10k HP, 1500 attack, 765 magic. Defense and spirit, not too terribly much, but he basically says that you should be aiming to get about 130 evasion with about 113 speed, 560 luck, and 417 dexterity outside of battle. These are the stats that you are essentially looking at. In terms of equipment, you know, ketones, I believe that's regular ketones, trust mastery, as well as the ever popular Santa coat, because that's just one of the most, when you think of Christmas, you think of evasion, I guess. Sure, why not? But yeah, that's not all. He actually did provide a video. Now, unfortunately, I am not able to link this video, as it would effectively kind of dox him. So yeah, we're not going to see that at all. All right, so let's take a look here. This is about a 5-minute video Shoutouts to him, but a little bit of a proof of concept, which I think is always quite nice. So going in here. And we are against a pure fire team, which is very much a common team that you find in both guild and arena. There's no limited cost right now, so this is absolutely plausible. Flame Sorcerer, Sephiroth, as well as Summer Resnick are quite good together. So yeah, there's your Brave Shout, which does a lot, including that TT up bonus that you do get off of it. Cloud protecting against magic attackers, which there are tons of magic attackers now in the game. And here, I mean, Fina is also quite nicely contributing with, she can basically heal off that really nasty curse status effect that does hamper Cloud's performance quite a bit. So, all right. We're doing all the buffing, which is fun. So skip ahead a bit to get a little bit closer to where some of the action is. And again, the other goal of this party setup is to keep Fina well in the back, but capable potentially of dealing some damage. Which, sure, yeah, definitely like that. Both party setups, I would say, are pretty similar, except one team being a little more physical than the other team, that being the light-based team. Yep, haste. Now the fight begins. At least more in earnest. See, taking a bit of that damage, but still alright. There's that evasion. Getting rid of re-raise there, knocking him completely down. Summer Resnick is in the back. He might be a little bit of annoying, but now we have Fina over here. Healing, giving that support. Flame Sorcerer is back. Single hit there, kind of nasty. We get that CT up bonus from Shout. But since Flame Sorcerer has very little, this is proof that Flame Sorcerer without his buffs is just made out of graham crackers. Yes, you can quote me on that. And basically the whole evasion thing here, Sephiroth just doesn't want to cast his limit burst. It's not going to help him. Now all we have is Summer Resnick by herself, which is pretty useless. Not going to help her too terribly much. Ramza firing off his limit burst, going to get that big dispel going on there. Canceling essentially everything. At this point, Fina can also just join the fight with very little repercussions for her. Cloud a little out of position, but getting that haste recast. Resnick's gonna start doing the healing shenanigans. Second shout cast from Ramza. And now with Cloud here, helping in the DPS. That's it. Minus the re-raise. But yeah, that is a little bit of proof of concept behind this. Because everybody sometimes wants to see an actual run-through of it. it's not foolproof by any means. I think that some teams out there can definitely, if they are prepared, handle this quite well, but it is a different team from a lot of the other stuff we've seen out there, and it being less popular is a huge benefit for it. So if you happen to have AC Cloud, happen to have Ramza, and happen to have Fina, new Fina that is, and I think you have a nice little winning combination here that you can leverage a bunch of wins in different content. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Shout out to Gibsaurus one more time, and see you next time.